Jeremy and Marcellus are here tonight from Grow Community. We're shining a light on men's mental health. Hi guys, thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so men's mental health, it's something that definitely doesn't get talked about as much as it should be, right? Mm-hmm. And so you guys are here so we can chat a little bit about this. I know we want to start with debunking the stigma surrounding therapy. Marcellus, you want to lead us in this one?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So most men in our community, or even young boys, we're taught like at a young age like not to express our feelings and suppress it for a long time. So that leads to a lot of stress because we're suppressing our feelings, right?
For sure.
So just going through a lot in your life, not being able to talk to anyone, having anyone to trust in anything, leads to depression and even suicide. And I'll let Jeremy take on that.
Yeah.
With the current rates of suicide, the rates are actually pretty staggering. And when I say that, so with the CDC, in the past 2 years, 2.6% of men has committed suicide.
Wow.
And then the CDC, the National Institute of Mental Health, men are 4 times likely to commit suicide than women.
Yeah, and a lot of it is because there's not a lot of talking happening. And like you said, things we learn as little kids really stick with us for a long, long time. And so thinking that you're not allowed to share your feelings or that talking about something that's hurting you is embarrassing or, whatever phrase you heard or you thought when you were a kid, it's not going anywhere until you actually do something about it as an adult.
Yeah, and most people that I know, I had a conversation with a friend actually last week about how something that he didn't know that affected him when he was 13 is actually affecting him now. And I was like, that's because you never like dealt with it or went through it. You kind of just put it to the back and was like, oh, that's nothing. But like now you're feeling like you have nobody to talk to.
Sure.
When you could have just expressed that like when you were a kid, but maybe you didn't know how because nobody taught you or nobody showed you. So I'm so happy like that Grow Community is here in Rockford and we're able to put men like us and other men face and being able just to help them and let them know like you're not alone,
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be out here.
Even us talking about this is huge. I mean, 10 years ago, we probably wouldn't have been, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
We wouldn't have been, and that's such a positive thing in the mental health community that we can just sit down and talk about this and people can watch it and say, oh, wait, let me think. This happened to me and I never talked to anyone about it, or my brother or my dad or my uncle, and it's easy too to like send them a clip and say, watch this. Like, what did you think? Because sometimes it's hard to talk to your family about talking to, which is really where it needs to start.
And I even gave like one of my clients a book, and when he read the book, he came to me, he was just like, I didn't even know how much trauma I was like having like in my life until like I read this book, because he didn't know how to express it with words. So when he seen it in a book, it was kind of like I'm actually dealing with all of this myself.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, that sparked up for me to actually like give him the tools and the skills to actually like heal his trauma. So it's exciting. Like you have so many different like outcomes or whatever from like reading, watching videos, talking. So I'm just so happy that we're here.
So tell me what you guys are doing right now and how people can be involved with Grow Community.
So we have a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's all the same, Grow Rock Movement. I think that's about it. You have the phone number. We have the phone number. Address is 308 West State Street.
Okay.
So if they want to come by, come see us, sign their sons, uncles, nephews, whomever, friend, they can come on by. We have a website. They can click on the link. And
this is such a great thing to have in the community too, because like we were saying that sometimes adults don't know what to do because they weren't raised in the world where right now we actually talk about this stuff, right? So like 30, 40 years ago, they're like, how do I help? So what they do is they let you guys do the helping. And that's so easy for them to say, hey, follow these guys on Instagram, follow them on Facebook, see, what they're doing and how maybe you can be a part of it, because you never know when it's going to be closer to home than you think.
Yeah, most definitely. Social media is playing like a big part of everything just because it's easier to spread the word when it's
So
like,
easy.
hey, Grow Community is here, So it's definitely important now as far as the aspects of all of that, getting the word out and letting men know like we here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want nobody to feel like they're alone, especially our men, because like I said in the beginning, like most of us are taught at a young age, like you shouldn't cry. That's not manly, So we don't judge nobody.
Sometimes you gotta cry.
Yeah.
And a lot of times.
You're human.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why it exists.
I do want to piggy on that. So men do cry. Men have anxiety. Men break down. Men have mental illnesses, and it's okay to be unmanly.
All right, I think we're gonna leave it with that. Thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. Reach out to them on social media, send the page, send the clip to everyone you know. Coming up next, we're off to Winter World of Rockford as the GDS Fall Home Show continues, and then we're making caramel apple martinis on Spirit Day. We'll be right back.